Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Marlene from Marlene's Wig and Chat Studio, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Erica from Envy in the color Amaretto and Cream. Before starting with the review, I would like to thank Andrea and Wig Studio One for providing Erica by Envy for me to review for you. If you have any questions about Erica or any of the other styles that we show here at Wig Studio One, please contact support at wigstudio1.com and the consultants will be more than happy to help you. Any of the wigs or toppers that we show on the channel will be linked down for you in the description box. Prior to Erica, I've only had one wig by Envy, and I've never had one that is Envy hair. And if you're like me, you're not sure what Envy hair is, it is 30% human hair and 70% made from synthetic fibers, in this case HD. They're heat-friendly fibers. Therefore, you could add heat up to 350 degrees. If you wanted to add some curls, for example, Envy recommends using either hot curlers or applying the curlers and then placing the wig underneath the hair dryer. I did some research on Envy hair. That is the trademark for their blend of human hair and synthetic fiber. When I was doing the research for it, I came across where they say that Envy hair will last up to 2 years with daily wear if the proper care is given. I do not know this personally. I don't know that as a fact. That is information that I obtained from Envy regarding their Envy hair. Erica, this is a really pretty long style. We have lots of layering here. It feels incredible. I cannot tell you, when I took this out of the box and I was touching, I'm like, wow, this feels beautiful. There's one thing that has me a little bit, that threw me off a little bit, but I'm going to tell you what that is. I'm going to first tell you everything I love about it. I love the layering that we have here. In the front, we have layering between 7.5 and 9.5 inches, which provides really pretty face framing layers, if you will. So if you're a little bit older, as I am 64, these layers on the front just look as beautiful as can be. I think they really help not to drag down our faces. On the crown, we have 7.5 to 9.5 inches. The sides are layered once again from 7.5 to 14 inches. We have a nape of 14 inches. And despite the length and despite how it appears, we only have 2.85 ounces. That truly surprised me. It feels exceptionally light. We have a full monofilament top and we have ear-to-ear lace front. With the full monofilament top, we can get the illusion of scalp regardless of where we part it. Now, the lace front, it's a very thin lace front. Some wig wearers love the narrower, not so much thin, but the narrow lace front because you don't have that strip in the front. Many wig wearers trim their lace fronts. I am one that I don't trim my lace fronts, but that doesn't mean that there's a right or wrong here. It's what you're most comfortable with. I'll show you the lace front on Erica, and this is Amaretto and Cream. This, we have a dark brown root, but as you can see, it's a very narrow lace front, but I think it's done very well, and I don't think the knotting is bad at all. Here are the ear tabs. It comes down pretty low, so therefore it covers most of my hairline. So they did a nice job with that too if you want to pull your hair back. As far as density is concerned, this is a light piece despite the length. I have to say, I looked at it twice to make sure I was reading it correctly. It does seem to have a little bit more volume, if you will, up here, but the bottom is very light. There is not a lot of hair down here. We don't have heavy, and I think they do that because if we would have the same amount of density right down here as we have at the top, we would have hair out to here. I think it is done very, very well. I'm going to comb it out because I want to show you the back, and then we'll talk about the color. When I turn around to show you the color, notice how that nape that comes down, that those extra fibers that come down are a very dark color. We have the dark brown root, and then it just transfers down. So this color, the Amaretto, that light brown, it's basically sitting on top. I haven't seen it from the back, and I'll be able to see it once I start editing, but I'm assuming that you can see that darker color at the bottom. I think you'll be able to see it. Amaretto and cream, we have that very dark brown base, and then it's blended with some warm light brown. We have really pretty blending here with that light brown. It gives it a very warm color. Now, the other envy that I had was also Amaretto and cream, and I felt that color was a little bit more dramatic, if you will. I went back to my video, my review of the one that I had in Amaretto and cream, and I was reminded that I felt that color was a bit more dramatic than it is on the blend here, on the envy hair. Usually the color will vary a little bit when we go from a straight synthetic or traditional synthetic and we go to human hair or even HD fibers. The color is going to have some variance. So if you are used to Amaretto and cream on the envy line and you've always worn the traditional synthetic, just know that this one is not going to be as dramatic as you may be accustomed to with the traditional synthetic. It is still a beautiful color. Now, something I want to mention, even though we have a full monofilament top and we do have that lace front, this style is designed to do this. So the hair or the fibers, it almost seems as if they're sewn to go forward rather than to the side. If you want to do them to the side, that's not a problem because as I mentioned, it'll hold temperatures up to 350 degrees. Envy also suggests that when we decide to apply heat to this envy hair, it is best to wash it due to the coating that is placed on the fiber. So it's better to wash and dry and then apply the heat and try to change the style some, whether it's adding more curl or it's making it very straight. But it's best to wash and dry first. That coating may prevent the curls from setting in or for the style that you're trying to do to stay in. So something to keep in mind. See, we do have a little bit of extra density up here. So as you can see, when I tuck it behind my ear, since I have it over to the side, we're going to have more fibers on this side, which will create that. But you know what? We can take some hair out, and that will take care of the problem. Could add a ponytail. And we could also make a messy bun. This doesn't match, but we're going to make believe it does so I can show it to you. We're with the headband. Let's take a walk outside so you can see Amaretto and cream in the daylight. It's not very sunny here in Kansas today. I'll show you the cap and then I'll come back. I think I neglected to mention that there's no permatease here. There's no permatease up on top. There's a little bit there's quite a bit actually, right around the nape area. And I think that's to make sure that we have that volume right there. I'm also going to show you that I have it all the way out on the adjusters. I have a 21.75 circumference. I don't know if this would fit any larger than what I have. We have what appears to be the polyurethane on the top, as well as all the way to the ear tabs. We have sturdy ear tabs, and as you can see, the lace front goes all the way to the tabs. We have a full monofilament top. I do want to mention, for anyone that has a sensitive scalp or any sensitivity on your forehead or anything like that, this lace front appears to be, it appears to be a little thicker, maybe a little bit scratchier. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't feel it when I'm wearing it, but I don't have any sensitivity to that, but I wanted to point it out in case you do. Nevertheless, I think they did it really, really well. So if that doesn't affect you, I don't think that you would be unhappy. With the cap, while it does seem to have a good amount of stretch, I do feel that I don't think that this would fit a larger than my 21.75, and I have a 13 inches from ear to ear. I can't remember my front to back, but it's right around the 13 inches as well. And we do have an extended nape. As you can see, we have those darker fibers, that darker color from the nape underneath, and the lighter brown blended in on the top. Thank you, everyone. At Wig Studio One, we appreciate you spending this time with us. I hope that you've enjoyed this review of Erica by Envy in the color Amaretto and Cream. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.